lining up right here. And before the break, you saw Christy Harris and Crystal Smith as teammates taking out the women's board rescue. Now they are very much opponents, striving for that national title, striving for that gold medal. Harris obviously has to start favourite, but Naomi Flood very strong in the semi-finals, wants to defend her title. This is going to be a good one, Brooke.
Well, watch Floody. She wants to create history. 8 years it's been since someone's gone back-to-back titles. Naomi Flood from Manly. She wants this title today. She wants it bad.
Board swim ski the order for the Ironwoman final. It's been a long weekend for so many of these girls competing here at the National Championship. So many events, so much getting up for the event, then recovery, then getting back out into the water.
But this is the race that we all wait for. Everyone's on the beach watching, waiting to see who's going to win this Ironwoman final. The nerves are out there, but the girls are off to a great start.
Well, Christy Harris admitted coming into these championships she struggled a little since taking out the Nutrigrain. It was such a sensational championship for her. She's had a bit of a foot injury as well. But I reckon now that she's at the final, I reckon she forgets all of those negative thoughts and just gets down to the business of racing.
Well, she's got one race left to finish this season off on a great note. She'll be looking at winning today. She'll be out there to have a bit of fun. The series was about winning money and about getting that title back. I think today she'll just be looking at getting out there and trying to win this Ironwoman title. And
don't adjust your sets. Yes, there is a lot of the white and maroon of Northcliffe. There's about 6 or 7 caps out there, and they're all up with a leading group. When you've got Christy Harris, Crystal Smith, Hayley Bait-Up, Elizabeth Plumers, you're talking about 4 of the very best, and they proved it right over the summer in the Nutrigrain series.
Well, they're great friends, but they're also great rivals. They train alongside each other at the Northcliffe Club on the Gold Coast, spurring each other on every single day.
You saw on last week's show the women's board final, and we've got the top 4 competitors from that here in this field. Alira Richardson, Alicia Marriott, Plumers and Harris, they were the top 4 on the board. So they're expected to really stand out here.
But take a look at Elizabeth Plumers. She's on the Blue Dolphin board and she's already hit the lead. She was the winner of the final round of the Nutrigrain series in Coogee. She's a youngster and she's giving it to these girls.
Yeah, won the under-19 title last year, Brooke, up at Kurrawa Beach. Here she is way over in the west and producing form in open company. But her confidence would have been just gone through the roof on the back of that win at Coogee, where she finished ahead of Christy Harris, even though Harris won the series. To say that you won a race, such a demanding race it was at Coogee on that day, has just been a super boost for her.
That's right. She's had the smile on her face ever since. She's taken a lot of positive energy from that race. Her confidence is right up there, and it's great to see that she's going for it today and really giving it to these girls.
And Britt Colley right beside her at the moment. Britt Colley in the white and green, representing North Burleigh. We've spoken about it many times at these championships, but it's been a bit of a Queensland invasion.
Well, here comes Alira Richardson. She won the Open Women's Board race today, so watch out for her.
So she's just off to the left-hand side of Britt Colley, or right as you watch it on your screen. So Plumers and Colley, and then Richardson will run up. She'll come into picture as well as they hit the sand for the first transition. It's a good race for the Ironwoman title. Harris is right there in the leading group. The Nutrigrain champion looks strong across the sand. Crystal Smith is also up there. So we've got former champions going against former champions. Christy Harris, she last won in 2004 at the Nationals.
Well, the girls are heading out for the swim leg. This is the most crucial part of this Ironwoman race. If you want to win, you've got to really dominate. You've got to get out in the front and you've got to stay in the lead and make sure you're first onto that ski.
Yeah, the ski can really open up an advantage if you hit the water first 10 or 15 metres in front. Just keeping an eye out for young Madison Boone, who really impressed us last week in the semi-finals to qualify for this final. Not in the top 10 at the moment, but still it's been a big championship for her. As we follow our leaders in the Northcliffe Club dominating at the moment. Harris right up there, Crystal Smith, good friends. Also Elizabeth Plumers. So the white with a maroon star. 3 of the top placings here at the moment in the women's, the second leg of the Ironwomen. And that race out of the Cairns, Richardson has done well to try and hang on. She's not the strongest swimmer in the field. But Naomi Flood in the blue cap, you can see she's up there. She's about 5th or 6th right at the moment.
But take a look at Alicia Marriott. She's really come through in this leg. She's on the left-hand side of the screen in the red costumes.
Yeah, Alicia Marriott is right there. She won a semi-final. She's representing the city of Perth. She'll get the inside run to the can. It's pretty rough around the can too. Just gasping for air for just a moment when you get a slap across the face.
Well, a few of the Northcliffe girls actually pushed her out of the way, so she came around the can about fourth, but she'll try and find some clear water now.
So you're telling me there's team racing once they get to the can?
Well, the Northcliffe girls did gang up on Alicia Marriott there, but she will fight back.
If it does boil down to Harris versus Smith, who will you be prepared to tip? Does Harris continue on the form of the Nutrigrain, or do you go with the 2005 national champ?
Well, it's hard to say. They both look in great form. I'm going to have to stick with Harris. My money's on her. She's had a sensational summer. She's got the winning togs on today, and I think she'll get up again.
So the tip from Brooke Hanson is for Christy Harris to win another national title. But don't write off Plumas and don't write off Flood either. The competitor in Naomi Flood, the defending champ, in the sky blue cap for Manly. It's a heavyweight state of origin contest because New South Wales not really dominating. It's all Queensland caps there. Naomi Flood, the lone New South Wales competitor.
Well, Naomi Flood's really come through. She's there in the sky blue cap of Manly. She's known for her strong swim leg. There's no waves assisting them. The fittest swimmer, the strongest swimmer is going to get on that ski first.
Now they will hope that there is some sort of wave to assist on the run in, just to get a little bit of respite. And here is a wave for them. It's going to go through. No one able to get onto that one. They sort of do come up rather quickly here at Scarborough Beach. It's just all hard work, then the run, then the ski to bring it home to see who wins the gold medal in the Ironwoman. Getting into the whitewater right now. And Naomi Flood has had a big swim at the end of a big weekend at the National Championships. This would mean plenty to the state champion from New South Wales. Beside her is Crystal Smith. And you've got to remember, she is from the Cronulla club that has since made the move up to Northcliffe. So she defected to the other side.
That's right. Crystal Smith really wanted to improve. She's made the move to Northcliffe. She looks great now. She's up there in the lead.
So Crystal Smith and Naomi Flood hit the beach first for the final leg. Elizabeth Plumas comes around in third position. Britt Colley is right up there. Christy Harris is a little off the pace. That's the big story, I guess. The Nutrigrain champion, not quite there as we get onto the ski.
But she's in fifth position, so don't count her out.
Absolutely not. Crystal Smith will take the advantage ahead of Naomi Flood. Look at the craft now. This is the Formula One when you get to the Ironwomen. Brooke, there is no doubt this race is wide open.
Well, Crystal Smith's out there in the lead, but Christy Harris got off the beach on that ski so fast, and she's trying to track her down.
A little quicker than Naomi Flood too. Naomi Flood lost a few seconds, and you can see now the sky blue cap out on the right. She has fallen well behind Crystal Smith. Christy Harris is taking up the charge. Elizabeth Plumas is still up there. Then you got competitors like Britt Colley. Hayley Baitup, I know she's not in the top 6 or 7 at the moment, but strong on the ski and such a good competitor.
Well, first and second there on those yellow skis. Crystal Smith's in first, Christy Harris is in second. Teammates, rivals, they just won the Women's Board Rescue. Who's going to win this?
Well, we saw last week in the men's beach flag, Simon Harris, the husband of Christy, suffer a defeat when he was going for 5 straight titles in that. Now, I don't know whether Harris is accursed, but maybe in the event they want most. That was the story last week. It might affect Christy Harris here. Crystal Smith, it could be her day.
Well, I'm sure Christy Harris isn't thinking about how her husband got second. She'd really want to try and get in front of Crystal Smith and win today.
So in other words, she's saying Simon who? She's totally focused on racing right now. Good girl, Christy. You do the job right here, chasing down Crystal Smith.
Here she is. She's making her move at the backhands. We've got to come around another can before coming back into the beach. But she's right on Crystal Smith. Here she comes.
Well, Crystal Smith not daring to take a look over to see her good mate, Christy Harris. And they have skipped out. They've got an advantage over third and fourth and the rest of the pack. Hayley Baitup definitely on the pink ski making a move. She'll be top 5 in a moment. But this is Smith versus Harris. Harris closest to camera. Smith slightly in front.
The whole season comes down to this one race. Who wants to be the Australian champion? They train together every day. They know each other so well, and they are right next to each other.
Harris is lifting the rating, Brooke. Harris is lifting the rating. This will cap off a sensational summer for the Nutrigrain champion. Crystal Smith isn't giving in, but Harris has definitely just got the nose of the ski in front. Look at the work, look at the effort. Not once has Crystal Smith looked over her shoulder. Hasn't dared to peek a glance at Christy Harris, but Harris definitely in front. Smith is struggling a little. One last run will get them to the beach, and the Ironwoman title will go to the Nutrigrain champion. Get ready for the run. Dismount is good. Now it boils down to a sprint. Harris ahead of Smith. She's got a 3 metre advantage. Christy Harris, one of the greatest Ironwomen this country has produced, and she's got another national title. What a race. Crystal Smith second. How good's that, Brooke?
Oh, good on her. Australian champion, gold medalist. She's dominated all season and she's got up today.
Naomi Flood got across in third, Britt Colley fourth, and Hayley Bader put in a sprint for fifth position. But Harris adds a national title to the one she won in 2004, and she's a standout in the Ironwoman right at the moment. Another good finish for Plumers, top six. Let's go down to the sand, Guy Leach.
Christy, what a tough race. First of all, congratulations. Just an awesome effort. You've left your best at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I had my semi yesterday and I felt really comfortable in that. And I raced pretty smart just then, tried to save a bit of energy because it's been a really long 4 days and really paid off.
You've had a great season at a well capped off year for you.
Yeah, I've had a great year and found it a little bit hard to get back into training after winning my 4th series in a row. But Simon, my husband, sent me a message this morning and just to get my big far lap hard out, and that's what got me home.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did show your big far lap heart. Well done, congratulations, and you are the champion.
Thank you so much.
And what a champion indeed, Christy Harris. Well, the Ironwomen title is